turn, look, knee up, kick, pivot on the ball of our foot. Let's go ahead and bow in. Trip, gunye. Let's start by jogging in place. Get our blood flowing just a little bit. Touch your heels. Bring your knees up, lean back a little bit. So work on your hip flexors, warming them up. Go ahead, get into a sparring stance, bounce, bounce, bounce. Bounce up and down, you can bounce forward and back. Just make sure you're not doing the exact same thing. So don't just bounce forward and back constantly. Up and down you can kind of do constantly because it's a little bit less predictable. But if you're going forward, back, it's easier for them to read whatever you're about to do. So you can bounce up and down, forward, back, move around a little bit, boom, and switch. Bouncing, bouncing, some forward, back movement, boom, up, down, move around some. And switch. Switch. Step forward. Step back. Pivot. Switch. Pivot. Pivot. Step forward. Skip back. Pivot. Good. Take a deep breath in and out. Breathe in and out. And let's go ahead, do our socket stretch. You know, this is one of my favorite ones. Add a little bounce to it if you need to. And switch sides. Rotate the back foot, lunging hip stretch. And switch. Squat down on one leg and reach for those toes. Make sure you're stretching those hamstrings. Switch. Good. Squatting splits. And let's go ahead and stand up. Now, get into your sparring stance, and we're going to do a rear leg front snap kick. We're going to do 10 on each side. Ready? And set. Make sure you're pushing your hips forward. Net. Dasot. Yasot. This is good. Yero. Keep breathing. Ahum. Yo. Switch feet. Same thing. And do. Set. Net. Dasot. Yes. Good. Hiro. Up. Good. Breathe in and out. Now we're gonna go roundhouse kick. And good. Move around, move around. Set. Net. That's it. Keep moving, keep moving. Yes, sir. Is good? Hiro. Good. And switch your legs. Same thing. I want you moving around. And three. Set. Net. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Is good? Hiro. Good. Take a breath in. Now we're gonna do side kick. Ready? Bouncing. And two. Set. Net. That's it. Yes, sir. Is it good? Hiro. Yeah. And switch legs. Same thing. Keep moving around. And two. Set. Net. That's it. Yes, sir. Is it good? Hiro. Yeah. Take a breath in. Slow down. Now we're going to do rear leg hook kick. So this one, I'm not going to have you moving around as much for, since it's a little bit newer for you. I want you to remember to bring the knee across, snap it around, and that knee passes the line, coming all the way back to the rear. Ready? And three. Set. Net. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Is it good? Hiro. Yeah. And switch legs. Same thing. And make sure you're kicking with the heel. Three. Set. Net. Yes. Yes. Is good? Hiro. Yeah. Take a breath in and out. Breathe in and out. All right, now what we're gonna do is we're gonna do our spinning hook kick or our turning hook kick. Sometimes it's called a whip kick. It's all the same thing. So, remember how in the last class I had you on the wall practicing? I said 90 degrees, target's right there, boom, kick. So that 90 degrees plays even more of an importance in our turning hook kick. And what I want you to remember is the femur, this bone right here, should be parallel with the ground at 90 degrees. It should not be here, where it's not parallel with the ground. It should not be above and already kicking out at 90 degrees. So, with my turning hook kick, I'm going to turn at 90 degrees away from wherever I'm kicking. That's when my leg is parallel to the ground. It can be parallel to the ground like this, or it can be parallel to the ground like this. This bone, the femur bone, is what is actually going to be parallel. Your knee can be here, or your knee can be here, or I mean the way your foot is angled can be either one of those, and that's fine. So we're going to turn 90 degrees, boom, height of the kick is right there. That's the reason for the 90 degrees. If I raise up and my target is right here, but my leg's already 90 degrees, the height of my kick is going to be over there. I'm going to completely chop down, maybe miss my target, maybe hit down low where I'm not aiming for. So that's the reason it's got to be here, boom, so I can get the height of my kick right towards my target. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to practice this. We're going to do it slow. What we're going to do is we're going to step already past. So if you can see this line right here, I'm going to step a little bit past. You should be able to, if you're looking directly at me, see my back leg. I'm going to turn, look over my shoulder. I'm going to bring my knee up and kick all the way through and bring it back to the rear. All right, we're going to do this 5 times, and then I'm going to switch sides. Any more than that, we're probably going to get dizzy. And we're going to do it slow, so we shouldn't get as dizzy. Ready? Step past through a little bit. Turn, look at your target. Knee, 90 degrees. Kick, height of your kick towards your target, bring it all the way back. That's 1. Turn, here, kick. That's 2. Turn, look, 3. Turn, look, 4. Turn, knee up, kick, and that's 5. Now we're going to go ahead and switch sides, and we're going to do the same thing. So you can step across first if you need to. Look over your shoulder, starting to see your target. Knee comes up, boom. Kick all the way through, and then bring it all the way back to the rear. That's 1. Step, turn, up, kick, all the way through. It's 2. Step, turn, 90 degrees, kick, that's 3. Step, turn. Notice this front foot is facing all the way to the rear. Bring it up, boom. And it pivots on the ball of the foot. You're gonna end up pivoting on your heel. Try to pivot on the ball of your foot. If you're not thinking about it, I guarantee you're gonna end up pivoting on your heel. Go onto the ball of the foot. And one more. Turn, look, knee up, kick, pivot on the ball of our foot. So that's our turning hook kick. It's not too much more difficult, but a lot of people have trouble because they end up bringing the knee up too early. The height of their kick's over to the side instead of to the front, or they bring the knee up too late, where now the leg is parallel with the ground, but now the height of the kick is going to be past the target. So if you bring your leg up where it's parallel to the ground at 90 degrees of the target, and you keep that same motion every time, the height of your kick is going to be where you want it to be. And that's going to be one of the more difficult problems with this, is people lift up the knee too early, or they lift it up too late, and they're not quite able to get the height of their kick exactly where they want it to be. So now we're going to speed it up. We're going to do 5 more on each side, a little bit faster. So switch back to the other side. Ready? And 1. Make sure we're looking at a target. I want you to see a target and see your foot go through that target. Ready? 2. 3. 4. And last one, 5. Now we're going to go ahead and switch sides. We're going to do the exact same thing. We're adding more speed to it. Look at a target, see your foot go through it. Make sure we're pivoting on the ball of the foot, not on the heel. Ready? 1. 2, 3, 4, 5. And take a breath in and out. In and out. So that was our turning hook kick, our spinning hook kick, our whip kick, whatever. They're all the same thing. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to move on, and we're going to go over the swallow block. So this block is going to start with one hand loaded, open, knife hand, in the high block position. The other hand is going to be loaded into our middle block position. Both of them are palm or open, the knife hands. We're going to high block at the same time as we're doing it could be a middle block, but it's a chop. Boom. So it can be a middle block or it can be a chop to the neck, as this one's coming up for our high block. Remember, I'm not having my hand over my head or my palm. It's going to be my forearm is what's going to be in line with my nose, not my hand. Again, set up, block. So I want you to mirror me. Go ahead and put your left hand behind your ear, your right hand across your stomach, and we're going to do 10. Ready? 하나, 둘, 셋, 넷, 다섯. Set up. 여섯. 일곱. 여덟. 아홉. 열. Now we're going to go ahead and we're going to switch sides, and we're going to do the exact same thing. So we're going to have our left hand across our stomach, palm facing up, and we're going to have our right hand behind our ear, palm facing out. We're going to do a high block and a chop at the same time. Again, it could be a chop or it could be a middle block, depending on what's going on. Ready? 하나, 둘, 셋, 넷. Remember, there's that twist at the last second. 다섯, 여섯, 일곱, 여덟, 아홉, 열. Okay, so that was our swallow block. We're about to use that in the Poomsae. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to start working on Taegi Sah Jang. So, Taegi Sah Jang, carry up, 준비. We're going to start with both of our hands off to our right side. Our left hand is close to our face. Our right hand is down and out. We're going to step from this position into a right back stance. We're going to do assisted double knife hand blocks, just like this. Your right hand, if you're wearing your dobok, is going to be right where that black square is on your uniform. Or you should be able to feel right where your ribs come and touch the bottom of your sternum. That's where this bone right here should be sitting, right there. So again, we're in Junbei. Hands come off to the right side. My palm's facing towards me. My other palm is facing down. I'm coming out. Twist at the last second. These fingertips should be about in line with my shoulder. This one, this right here, is going to be right under my sternum. And a right back stance. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to step forward. As we step forward, we're going into a forward stance. My right hand is going to go down towards my belt. My left hand is going to do a little palm block here. And I'm going to spear hand right over. So, I've got my sleeves rolled up today. And you can see my elbow is going to be right on top of the back of my hand. My fingers are going, and if you feel where your bones are, you should feel your sternum right here. And then you should feel right underneath your sternum. That's the area we're striking with this. We're going right underneath the sternum. You're not going to break through the sternum with your fingertips. The heart's behind there. There's a reason why you have a hard bone right there. We're going right underneath it for the bottom of the lung. So, again, we're in Junbei. Here, set up, assisted knife hand blocks. We're in our back stance. Now we're going to step through palm block. As this hand comes back to my belt, I'm going to spear hand, spear thrust, right under the sternum. Now, from here, I'm going to do the exact same thing off to the other side. So my hands go off to the left side this time. My right hand is next to my face. My left hand's out here. I'm going to step around, back stance, double knife hand block, just like this. Remember, the tip of my fingers is about level with my shoulders. My palm facing out, this palm facing up. Now I'm going to step. This one comes back to my hip. Thrust. One more time, I'm here. Step forward, spear hand. And let's reset. I'm going to turn my back to you. We're in Junbei. Hands come off to the right side. Back stance, double knife hand block. Step forward, palm block, spear hand. Hands come off to the left side. Step with your right foot, back stance, double knife hand block. Step forward, palm block, spear hand. Now, what we're going to do next, we're going to put our right hand behind our ear and our left hand across our stomach. We're going to do our swallow block. We're going to step out with our left foot into a forward stance, swallow block, just like this. So we have our high block and what could be our middle block, or it could be a knife hand strike. One more time. Yep. Junbei. Set up. 1. Palm block, thrust. 2. Set up. 1. Palm block, thrust. 2. Remember, elbow, point of the elbow, right on the back of the hand. Right hand behind your ear, left hand across your stomach. Swallow block. Now, we're going to front snap kick with the right, land with a left punch right to the center. Reset. Junbei. 1. 2. 1. 2. Hands come up, set up, right hand behind your ear, left hand across the stomach. 1. Front snap kick with the right, land, punch with the left. Just like that. One more time. Straight up. Junbei. 1. 2. 1. 2. Set up, right hand behind, left hand across. 1. 2. Now, the next thing we're going to do is we're going to do 2 side kicks. So I'm going to start off with the left side kick. What my hands are going to do is they're going to come together on the right side of my belt, right on my hip. I'm going to, here, bring my leg across, side kick. I'm going to land into a back stance, and now my hands are going to go to the other side. Side kick, just like that. So, one more time. Let's back up a little bit. Let's start the whole thing over. Chip. Junbei. 1. 2. 1. 2. 1. Front snap kick with the right. Punch with the left. Side kick left. Side kick right. Now we're going to pause for a split second with our foot still up in the air. Our hands are going to go, make sure you can see me, off to the left side, just like we did that first block. Or actually, it would have been our third one. But we're going to do that block as we land into our back stance. So I just did left side kick, right side kick. I set up, land, back stance, just like this. Trip. Junbei. 1. 2. 1. 2. 1. Front snap kick right, punch left. Side kick, land, double knife hand blocks, and a left back stance. So remember, our heels are in a line, just like this. Same block as before, fingertips in line with my shoulder. This bone right here, right underneath my sternum, or you could just think right there where that black square is. Let's do this one more time. I'm going to go ahead and turn around. Straight up. Junbei. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1. Front snap kick with the right, punch with the left. I'm backing up to make a little more room. Side kick left, side kick right, set up, land. So I don't want you falling with those side kicks. I need you to control them. You have to be able to control them. Side kick, land into our back stance, side kick, rechamber. You need to be able to set that foot down. So as I just did that right side kick, I rechamber, and I need to be able to set it down into our back stance and land at the same time that I'm doing my blocks. So that's the first part of taking Sah Jang. We're just going to leave it to that part for today. Now, we're going to...